Rev up your engines!
Vinny67 says, "Hey Scotty, how come you're still working on cars after 51 years? One of the reasons is I see so many mechanics out there that don't know what they're talking about. And especially on YouTube, I see so many people giving out professional advice that's total nonsense, that makes no sense at all about how to fix cars correctly, or they're being paid by some company to tell you that some product is good when it isn't, that I want to help people out. I'm like my grandfather. I always like helping people out. But personally, it keeps your mind active. If I just sat around, I'd know many guys my age that retired. Some of them turn into drunks. They're drinking away. They can't stop drinking. They're bored, and so they start drinking and become alcoholics or drug addicts. I've seen quite a few mechanics go that route to their own demise, and they ended up dying. If you keep your mind active and you're doing something that you like, hey, it's going to make you last a long time, and you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. Give you an example. My grandfather, he was still working in his 80s at my father's gas station. When my father finally gave up and retired, my grandfather, within a year and a half, he was dead because he just sat around on a couch and watched football games and stuff. It was fixing cars that kept his mind and his body active. So, it's another reason that I keep working at this age. That, hey, you don't want to be bored, and a lot of people sit around doing nothing. They get bored really fast when you're trying to comprehend the complexity of modern cars. Let me tell you, there's one thing they're not. It's boring. Real Neba says, and I got a Toyota Corolla 2016 that shifts a bit rough and harsh. What's your opinion? Okay, first of all, it's still under warranty. Take it in. A lot of times they can reprogram them because they found that some of the programming of that was wrong. So contact the Toyota dealer and say, hey, I understand there's some software problems with these. Will you reprogram, reflash it for free? And if they say, yeah, take it in and have that done first. Modern cars, automatic transmissions are all run by computers. And sometimes the software is a little bit off. And as they age, even though it's only, 3 years old, as they age, the computers have to compensate for wear. And sometimes that software is a little bit off. So try that first and see what happens. Vince MC, Scotty, your thoughts on buying a 90 to 96 Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. Okay, those are great cars. They were solid built. But they're really old now. You're talking about what? 90 is 30 years old. Guys that buy twin turbos generally beat the heck out of them when they're driving them. So if you are going to buy one, first, I'd advise buying it from an older guy who didn't drag them that much. And before you plop any money down, have a mechanic like me check it out before you even buy it. Because there's so many things that can go wrong. Get a 96, because the 96 is OBD2. You don't want an OBD1 twin turbo because it's really hard to diagnose problems. A 96 at least is OBD2, and you'll be able to get some decent data when it needs work. So if you're going to get one of those, get a 96 and have a mechanic check it out. Christian Jacobson says, is there a cheap way to change an 09 Ford Flex taillights from LED to using bulbs? The one tail assembly is $500. It only has a reverse light and the LED is a tail, park, brake, turn. Please help. Set up for LEDs. And if it's set up for LEDs, you'd have to reconvert the whole system, which would be a royal pain in the butt, because the LEDs, they don't use much power at all. The bulbs use a lot more. It's all computer controlled. I wouldn't advise doing that. What I would do is, if you got a problem with the LED systems in it now, I'd try putting aftermarket LED stuff in it, because there's always places to get aftermarket parts that are a lot cheaper. Even if you got to rewire each single bulb, the LED bulbs cost practically nothing aftermarket, and you could just solder new ones in. It's not that complex. But switching it over from LED to incandescent bulbs, that's a pain in the butt. Going from incandescent to LEDs, that's pretty easy, but not the other way around. La Cinema 31 says, Scotty, is a 2013 VW Beetle 6-speed dual clutch a good car to buy? No. They're stopping production of the Beetles for bad sales. That was one of the worst transmissions ever made. They cost a fortune to rebuild, and they go out all the time. And since they're not making the Beetles anymore, don't ever buy a model that they still make anymore, because they don't make them for usually a pretty good reason. The only car that I can think of that they stopped making, and there really wasn't good reason, was the Toyota Matrix. They were great vehicles, and they made most of them in Cambridge, Ontario, did a great job building them, and then they stopped making them.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.